Talking about the first date?
The first date.
Like back in freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we were little?
Yeah, like when you were little.
Oh my god.
So I think I asked Anna at school next to her locker if she wanted to go to Harvest Homecoming with me this weekend, because I thought it was that weekend, and so she said yeah. I think she was kind of shocked.
I remember he came up to my locker and leaned up against it, you know, as cool as 15-year-olds can be, and asked me to go to Harvest Homecoming, and I was like, yeah.
She said yes, and then I went home and figured out the Harvest Homecoming wasn't that weekend, it was the following weekend.
Well, neither of us really checked that weekend. Harvest wasn't until like 2 weekends afterwards.
And I found some festival at IUS that had hot air balloons, and so we went there. Kayla picked us up, or took me, because we couldn't drive, so Kayla drove me to Anna's house and then picked Anna up, which sent a whole subsequent chain of reactions throughout the Patterson household. I think everyone was freaked out and thought Anna was going to die.
My first concerns were not necessarily with Jarret. I think it's been documented that I don't think I was even home when they left. They left to go somewhere at IUS, and then I found out that Kayla was driving.
But the thing that I think that was most terrifying, besides the fact that I was 16 or 17, was the fact that the transmission was a little loose, so sometimes you had to kind of give the gas pedal a little extra loving to make it go. So I don't really think that the Pattersons knew that at the time, but they might have figured that out afterwards.
And that's when I got worried.
That Kevin was not too thrilled, because when Kayla pulled up in her cute little purple truck and Anna and Jarret Jarret came to the door and got her, and then Anna got in the car, he was kind of flipping out. Very much so.
I think that's when Tammy and Aaron went down and rescued them.
My mom and I drove down and we followed them on their first date. Nothing exciting happened, but we literally went down and we followed them around, and I have no idea why we did that.
Kayla picked us up and my parents freaked out and followed us there, so that was really romantic. But I guess the actual real first date was we went to Harvest Homecoming and split a root beer, and he bought me a hat, so it's really cute.
And it turns out later on that they were following us the whole time, which was a little bit surprising to me, and I was also kind of disappointed that I never figured that out, because I always fancied myself as someone who would be like a really good spy. And apparently I would suck.
Oh my gosh. Do we really want to open that Pandora's box of... I don't even know. Let's see.
It'd been a while, and I don't know, I was tired of kind of, I really liked Anna at the time and felt a lot of feelings for her, and so one day I decided that I was just gonna tell her how I felt.
He texted me at like 10 o'clock and was like, can I come to your house? And which was weird, but I was gonna say no.
I didn't really know what was gonna happen. I just don't think I could hold it any longer. So we were ringing bells for the Salvation Army. It was in November, maybe, at Kroger. We were having a good time, and I told myself I was gonna do it then, in the parking lot, and then as romantic as that is. And then I chickened out. And then so, and then I was home, and no one was home, I think, that weekend. I think everyone went to go visit Kayla at Purdue. I was the only one home. I had to stay home for whatever reason. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm like kind of taking a nap. I'm really tired, and then I'm like, you know, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over to Anna.
He came over, and right here on this porch, right here, I stood there, and he stood down there, and I don't even know what he said exactly. Like, I couldn't repeat it back to anybody. But because I was just, after he started going, I was just like, oh my gosh, what's happening now? And
And like the first weekend, Jarret had shaved his head. And so this was the second weekend, and he had to do something more crazy, I suppose, and go tell Anna how he felt.
And so I asked her, like, yo, hey, what are you doing? I want to come talk to you about something. She's like, I'm in your neighborhood or something. That's what I told her. And she was like, oh, yeah, I mean, whenever you come over. And so I was like, okay. I wasn't in their neighborhood, so I drove over there, knocked on the door, and then we just kind of she sat on the porch, and I told her how I felt. I think that was kind of a shock to her, too. She was kind of, I don't know, apparently surprised.
yeah, I just kind of stood there shocked, you know. You don't ever think that's going to happen. That's like a movie thing. And then it happens, and you're like, you know, when you watch those romantic movies, you feel like you have an outside perspective, so you can yell at whatever character you want, like, you idiot, you know, whether it's him or me. But when you're in that situation, you really just don't know what to do.
And I was like, what? We left town for just one night and you had to go over there and make a big scene. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that happened, I guess. But Anna kind of kept trying to like drop hints on when I should propose, and that kind of made me irritated because I told her that I was just going to do whatever. I told her I was going to propose to her when she least expected it.
Jarret swore up and down. He's like, you will have no idea whenever I'm going to propose, and it was very accurate. So,
but she kept like kind of dropping hints like, oh, you know, my birthday is coming up, blah blah blah, or Christmas or something. Like, she wanted it to be some time that she knew it was happening.
So I actually knew Jarret was going to propose before either of my parents did.
And all of a sudden I get a phone call from her one afternoon, and she goes, Mom, she goes, I just got a text from Jarret, but I don't think it was for me. I think it was for Dad.
It just so happened that the day he sent the text to my father asking if he could meet with my parents to talk to him about his future with Anna, my phone was synced to my father's phone, and I was getting all of his text messages.
Then she read to me what it said, and I'm like, oh my word.
So I thought my mom knew, so I called her, and I was freaking out saying, hey, Jarret's gonna propose to Anna. This is really exciting. What do you think about it? And she just was like silent on the phone, and then just goes, what?
I go, do not say or breathe a word of this. I'll call your dad and make sure.
Later that day, I got a text message saying, we've disconnected your phone from your father's phone. And that's all I was told.
you know, but when someone texts you and say, hey, I would like to meet with you and Tammy, we kind of put two and two together, so we knew what was coming.
He seemed very nervous, and it was kind of cute.
Jarret and I really had talked about, he kind of was telling me his brainstorms about what he was thinking about, how he was thinking about proposing, and I mean, really I didn't suggest anything. I was kind of just there to hear what he was talking about.
And I told him kind of the plan, that I was going to surprise her up in Chicago, because the next weekend she was going to Chicago for lessons, I think, with cello professors. And so I told her I wanted their help to surprise her.
It's after the second lesson and I'm starving, I'm exhausted. All I want to do is eat and go to bed. Anyway, so my dad's like, let's make this side trip. Let's just go look at this view for a second. I'm just like, oh my.
Dropped her off at Roosevelt. I think I did 2 or 3 run-throughs.
I picked out the planetarium because it has like a really, really neat skyline view of Chicago, and I was gonna like propose. It's gonna be skyline, the sun was gonna be setting. It's gonna be awesome. And so I drive up there, and it's like cold and windy and rainy. I'm sitting there for like an hour, and so I was pretty nervous at the time, and so I'm kind of sitting around. I knew they were coming because they texted me that they're coming.
So I got the timing down. It was almost like we was planning a bank heist, I think, getting her over there. But
I'm standing there, and I'm seeing, as I see the car pull up, there's like a roundabout, and they're pulling up over here, and I'm over on the other side of it. I see the car stop at a stop sign, and then this dude, I kid you not, at the exact same moment was like, hey, can you take a group photo of us? And I don't think anyone's ever said no to that question except for me right then. I was like, no, I can't. I'm really sorry, I just can't. I was kind of freaking. I probably should have explained, but I just was like, no, get out of here. What are you doing? Get out of here.
I'm pulling around this big, I guess it's a roundabout or curve, and I look outside, and Jarret's standing there, and I was like in shock, I think, a little bit, because obviously I didn't expect him, because the whole time he's texting me like, yeah, we're about to go to the football game or basketball game. I guess it was football, it was October. And then all of a sudden he's standing right outside of this curve. And
they pulled up, and then I walk up to Anna's window, and she still doesn't see me, and I'm like still kind of sitting there like, what should I do? I don't want to scare her. And then she eventually looks up to me and just like, what? She's like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? So. And
I think I might have known at that moment. I don't really know. But he's like, I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, just come here. And so we walked down to the shoreline, and it's like 40 degrees and kind of rainy and windy and nasty outside, but I don't even think I noticed, because then, he said some lovely things, which I'll just keep to myself. We walked over, and I proposed, and I think Tammy sniped a couple photos from the car, and yeah, it was all good things. She said yes. So I said, duh. Which was the dorkiest thing I could have said. He took it as yes, because that's what I meant. But yeah, it was pretty great.
Hi guys, Jonathan here, cousin of Jarret, one of the groomsmen. I think Jarret and Anna balance each other out really well. You have Jarret on one hand, who is this crazy, wild, adventurous man, and you can tell by the wildness just by his hair half the time and beard. And you have Anna, who is sweet and gentle and caring, and reins Jarret back when he needs it, and vice versa. Jarret kind of brings her into the more adventurous areas, some things. But Anna always reins him back when he needs it. So I think they counter each other well. And I hope you guys many years of love, joy, happiness, and just health and overall well-being. Good luck, guys.
Hey Jarret, hey Anna. Hope your wedding is a Slam dunk!
So how do they bring out the best in each other? Well, I can say as being one of Anna's best friends and her roommate that I've never seen her so happy in her entire life. I think Jarret kind of brings this fun-loving, goofy side out of Anna, and Anna has become so much more athletic. Like, who would have guessed that she would be a rock climbing champion? And I bet Jarret knows a lot more about the cello, or he will. But really, from being her roommate, I can tell you going to sleep to cello music is not that bad. But I just think that they are a great couple. They bring out the best in each other, and I think that they're going to be in love for the rest of their lives. I love you guys. I'm so happy for you both, and I wish you the best in your new step of life.
Hey Jarret, hey Anna. I hope your wedding is as successful as Jarret's triathlon career.
Hi Anna and Jarret, congratulations on your wedding. I'm so excited for you guys to start your adventure as a married couple. Good luck in Chicago. You guys complement each other perfectly, and I know that you're going to have the best adventure.
Hey Jarret, hey Anna. We hope you're shut. Hey Jarret, hey Anna. We hope you guys are as happy as Bo and I are.
I'm really excited that Jarret and Anna are together and a family. I feel like seeing their relationship is really inspiring just because they have a lot of fun together, they make each other better, and it's just kind of cute to watch them, whether they be fake yelling at each other or teasing each other or just canoodling. It's good.
For Jarret, take care of my sister. If you don't, I'll punch you. Anna, please cook Jarret something other than cupcakes. And love you both.